All right, let's just go live. Let's just rip the band-aid off. Man, I need to decompress this morning. Holy cow. It's been a crazy couple of days. Um, yeah, so let me um let me start with last night, man. So humbled last night. um, if y'all didn't know, one of the best live streams on YouTube. Okay. I mean, the stream is awesome, but the chat is even better. It's Whisper Status 74. All right. If you catch this man live, it's an awesome time. You got to hop in there. I did last night. He saw me in there, man, and he gave me just a huge shout out. And it was so humbling. Brian is probably one of the biggest reasons I'm on YouTube, man. The dude is uh, he's so hospitable. Um, and he's positive and throughout my interactions with him over the years. I mean, if nobody knew, I've been in these comment sections for years and just under Joe Woody. I mean, I didn't change it till to Home Theater Joe till I don't know, months and months ago or something. But these guys know me, and as well as Youthman and Joe and Tell, Chana D, all these guys in this community have been so helpful. But last night, man, huge shout out from Brian and Whisper Status, and it was awesome, dude. And man, Brian, tip my hat to you, sir. Thank you. You're the man. Um, let's move on here real quickly before I decompress and get to some real good LG information. Last night, these two films showed up at the house. As you can see, of course, they're Blu-ray. Now, guys, I just stuck in Roadhouse just to check the video. It's good. It's good. And that's why I'm saying sometimes there's no reason to buy a 4K. Sometimes you just like, this is not available. Neither one of these are available in 4K, to be fair, but I like the 300. No reason to buy the 4K. Stick with the Blu-ray. Of course, that's my opinion. This looks stellar, though. So that was great. Also, it is also my opinion. Look, this is on Amazon right now for like $16, $16.49, $16.99 or something. You get all three Kung Fu Panda movies. Let me just tell you, this is one of the main reasons why I feel like you don't need to buy an animated film in 4K. If you guys have seen this 1080p Blu-ray on any OLED or any flagship TV that's displayed, man, this is as close as you can get to 4K. Also, I noticed $16.99. The first two films, Kung Fu Panda 2, are both remastered in Dolby True HD, which means they are going to be that 7.1 mix. And the last movie is in DTS HD. I'm not sure if that's going to be 5.1 or 7.1, but awesome, y'all. I mean, I can't wait to pop these in and check it out. So let me get to LG real quick. You know what? Let's not do that. I'm going to get there real quick. Let me show you the screenshot. See if I have it. Yeah, I do. So last night, YouTube removed a video from my channel, and I did appeal it. And instead of droning on and on about why I feel like my videos should be allowed to stay on YouTube, oh, please, YouTube creators. Nah. Or YouTube minions. I don't know what these YouTube people are. You have a section. It says, why should your content be reinstated? And it is required if you appeal. So I just put whatevs. It's like my opinion, man. Okay. So YouTube, you can sit on it and twirl for all I care. You know what I mean? It's like everything I talk about. These are all my personal opinions, supported by what I read in the legacy media, or mainstream media, what I see from independent creators here on YouTube. So I think, it's probably some of my best work to date. I don't want to drag anybody or talk about anybody, but the video was called Opportunity and Disagreement. And yeah, I feel like that me and a certain person, we had a decent night. That video's been up ever since. So I don't believe it was him. I don't believe it was, who knows who or what it was, but clearly someone did not like the opinions in the video, and that's fine. People can keep reporting me to YouTube, whatever. If I say something that people don't like, it's kind of crazy, man. People are allowed to have their opinions, and when other people get upset about an opinion and feel the need to report you for speaking, for having speech, that's really, really whack, man. So whoever you are who reported that video, good on you. And YouTube, you can sit on it and twirl. All right, let's move on past that. We got to talk some LG white point stuff. This is pretty important, man. I get this sometimes, quite a bit. All right, now Weenan. Hope I'm saying that right. Weenan. Weenan. Uh, Friend of the community. Um, and we have had this discussion, and I thought this was very relevant and worth going over because we need to talk about 100% white on your LG OLED and calibration. So Weenan goes on to say that he has done his 100% white point in service menu, and he tries to do the 2 point after that. He asked me if I do 2 point after that. He says he does do 2 point, and that he uses 30 and 100 for his 2 point. So here's what I'll say. Weenan has got the absolute correct idea here. We do want to calibrate at 100% white, and we probably do want to follow up with a 2 point after that. Now, LG OLEDs typically display problems around 70% white. So, my advice to anybody that may see this, and after you've done your 100% white, your full white calibration, I would follow up with a 2 point if you'd like. And 30 and 70, those are the numbers we probably need to be after, 30 and 70. Now we need to back up a little bit and talk about 100% white, because this is something that really gets jacked up all the time. And I did it wrong for months, and it took me literally months to figure this out. And I had a feeling in the beginning, but I could never really substantiate or prove my thoughts. But now I'm 100% certain and clear. And through a bunch of literature and learning, I have it. So, guys, when we do 100% white and you're in that service menu and you're trying to adjust the red, green, and blue, values there. We know mediums 192, 192, 192, right? So you will always leave red at 192, and then you will adjust the blue and green to bring your RGB balance where you need it. So when you're in that menu where you have your values, even if you turn the test pattern off, so all you have is your display patch there on the screen, and you measure that, and you think you're at full white, which is 126 nits, by the way, you are probably not. You're at 100 nits. Okay. So when we're using the service menu to balance that 100% white RGB, balance 100% white with the RGB. I don't know if I'm making sense. Sorry, guys. It's a little early. Anyway, you have to step back one screen in your service menu. And then when you do that, you notice that the luminance actually changes. So if you have your full white pattern, okay, 126, and you're measuring from inside that menu where you can adjust the values, you're not getting the correct patch. You need to back up one menu. And I don't know why it is, but it is. You back up one menu to where it just says in service white, and you have all those options. That's where you take your measurement. Do not take your 100% full white measurement in that service menu where you can adjust. You must back out, take the measurement, go back into that menu, that sub menu, then adjust, back out, take the measurement again. If you need to adjust, go back into the sub menu and adjust. So that's something that's lost on a lot of, that was lost on me. Anyway, I'll say that. And for months and months, I couldn't figure out what was going on. Weaning, that may be why you're having difficulty with the 30 and 100% patch. Not only would I not recommend the 100% patch, I would recommend 30/70. That's what I do. Um, but we need to really make sure that that 100% or that full white, that full white patch that we're measuring is at 10%, number one, 10% window, and also it is full bright, 126 nits. That's really what we need to measure that full white. Anyway, what else have we got to go on? Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, God. I need to decompress. So I was just under the impression that this new home had hardwood floors under the carpets upstairs, which turned out to be about 585 feet of hardwood is what I needed. Right. So, um, yeah, it wasn't. And I'm sitting around thinking about it, I'm like, man, there sure was a lot of screws in that subfloor. Now I gotta go take out the subfloor. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do a video about this stuff. And really one of the main issues here is pet stains, honestly. Uh, so I'm trying to balance or juggle, I should say, working, still finishing up a small job and trying to trying to get all this put together, and get these floors done over here. So, you know, we can enjoy our little piece of heaven, right? Man, it's just going, like every job, things pop up, in my industry, we're problem solvers, and I think in any industry, really, it only behooves the individual to become a problem solver. You're always going to deal with things in the field. You're always going to deal with things that just pop up that you didn't plan or account for, and you got to deal with them. So, fortunately for me, in this industry, I have a great support system. Um, the Supply House, Southern Hardwood Flooring Supply here in Richmond, Virginia. Those guys are awesome to me. Um, they really hooked it up, and I got some other fellows coming in to install for me because if you can imagine this, while I'm doing this work over here, I'm not making money, not getting paid, and this is a rather large job. It's going to take some time, so we need to knock it out as quickly as possible. Getting some guys in here to help me install while I'm sitting. Man, it's crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, man, it's just it's been something. But I'll take some video today and hopefully be able to post that, this evening or even, just soon. Okay. Before I forget, I know I'm rambling here. Let me actually go on to another community member here. Uh, where are you, sir? Eric Burgos. I've not forgot about you at all. Eric Burgos had a great question about the Monkey 12 over there. And I didn't even know this, but there's a record button on there. So his question is, can we take a USB stick, jam her in there, and record that? And have a the honest answer is I don't know, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna take this Monkey 12 over to the new place there and uh yeah, we'll do some experimentation with that, my friend. So that was a great question about the. I'm talking about the karaoke machine. If anybody knows, hey, by the way, we warned the dad. Anyway, yeah. So that was a great question, um, and yeah, we'll try to get to that. Eric Burgos, thank you, sir, for the question. And let's see, does it record if I have a USB drive in the USB port? If so, does it record all inputs or just the mic? I'm not sure via the manual if I can record everything or just the mic. Thank you. So We're going to find out from this gentleman. That's exactly what we're going to do. And I imagine it's a little time sensitive because maybe he wants to pull the trigger by or something. I don't know. So anyway, man, it is super early. Uh, yeah, there's just so much going on. I feel like I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But hey, Tempo, my friend. Let's see. Morning HTJ, more censorship bullshit. In my humble opinion, there is more freedom. There is no more freedom of speech. It has been uh, deteriorating for years. People need to wake up before it's too late. Might be too late already, man. I agree with all of your sentiment there. You're exactly right, Tempo. Yeah, and that's my biggest problem with YouTube. The only reason actually I'm stuck around on YouTube is because of the comment section, man. It's because of my interaction. Well before I had this community, I felt the same way. Like the YouTube is kind of trashy, man. They do some super shady shit. That's just all there is to it. And I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. I try to really stay away from social media. And the comment section for me of YouTube, I've just always felt, I'm not on Twitter. I've always felt that the comment section on YouTube is the best on the interwebs, man. It's best on social media anyway. And that's why I stick around, honestly. Um, of course, interaction with all the peoples, and just even if I'm just reading the comments, like if you just click on any comment section in any video you're watching and roll through those guys, it's probably hilarious, probably informative, you know. Um, but there is a lot of people speaking their opinion in the comment section, and that's the beautiful thing. The last great thing about YouTube is people tend to still be able to say what they want in the comment section, but YouTube is just an authoritative um, bully. They like, if you don't like what you, and furthermore, if someone on YouTube, like me, I'm watching a video and it offends me and upsets me, I'm going to report this guy. I don't think I've ever done that, ever. Um, and yeah, there's lots of stuff on YouTube that I don't agree with and don't like, but it just is what it is, right? So yeah, whatever. Yeah, um, it is a little ludicrous, and for me, sometimes, I actually had a great example of this. Like, I had a live stream a little while ago, and Youthman joined in, and that's Michael, um, and he's an awesome guy. He's very humbling and his presence is great. So uh, there's a reason I brought him up, and I just totally forgot it. Oh yeah, right. So I think like Michael's such a humble guy, youth man, that he it's clear he doesn't agree with everybody all the time, but he lets people have their opinion, and I really respect that. You know, there's a lot of communities on YouTube that they're only gonna let you, or they're only gonna say what they're gonna say, and they're not gonna hear any uh, detractors from that. They're not gonna allow any opposition to their opinion. Um, YouTube, Youthman, Joe and Tell, Brian. There's a bunch of creators that have actually, just by watching and learning from them, I'm learning how to deal with some of these things. Um, and it's very, very humbling, but it's so powerful, to let other people have their words, man. And truly, and Michael, that's why I brought up Youthman. I believe, I just kept thinking the pen is mightier than the sword, you know have you ever had an argument, with someone you love, and they say something that just cuts so deep, you know, and you're like, wow, man, like you could have shot me and it wouldn't have hurt that bad. So maybe sometimes the pen truly can be mightier than the sword, and that's what YouTube's afraid of. That's what people that aren't confident, they're afraid of. People that can share, they're confident enough to share their opinions through YouTube or even the comments section, or they're confident enough in their opinion that they can submit a video. to YouTube because they're offended. Well, that doesn't display confidence. It displays cowardice and weakness. That's just the way I feel about it. I'm not scared of your opinion or anyone's opinion. As a matter of fact, I'm going to champion that right to have an opinion, to speak. I say it all the time in this community, man, good, bad, or indifferent. Please put them down there. Um, you know, disagreement often leads to conversation, and that's a good thing. So in YouTube's case, it seems they truly are afraid of the written word or the spoken word as it's more as if it's more powerful than the sword, if you will. Judo chop. Yeah, the Austin Powers reference for you there. Um, yeah. So I don't see confidence, bravery, strength in questioning others' opinions. Maybe not so much questioning others' opinions, but confronting people about their opinions that may be different from yourself. So I see no strength in that, man. And yeah, YouTube's all about that, right? YouTube's probably more or less about equality of outcome than anything, which I'm not down with, right? I mean, people can do what they want, but this is what I teach my children, you know. So hopefully my children's come out all right. In my opinion, it seems like there is a political alignment and that guides their decisions. This is evident in the basis, in the bias, excuse me, application of their decisions as actions. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I like that piece, by the way, tempo. I do agree with that. When I sent the reply back that I did for this video, I started typing, and my reply was, I kind of made a joke out of it. I could just hear this old hippie saying, "Yeah, it's like my opinion, a man." So I started to type out all this stuff. And then I realized it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. YouTube does not give two shakes of a lamb's tail about me. They did, however, inform me that this action will be of no consequence to my channel because, look, dude, it's less than 500 people around here. Nobody cares. So it's just like funny. Like, if you don't even care, because I don't have 1,000 subs, right? So if you don't even care, if you're not even gonna no discipline, no strikes, no nothing, why even bring it up? Why even remove it? Right? It's just so I think that pissed them off though. Somebody's got to review that statement that I made, my argument. And literally after I put in that appeal, it was literally, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes later, I got a notification back. Nah, you're done. So I was like, wow, that was quick. I was fairly certain though that my response was not going to elicit probably um, the actions that I wanted, but that's okay, man. I don't know how much content that there is on YouTube now. Me just jammering away at my cell phone or laptop, but it's all going to be gone one day, dude. YouTube's just going to be like, yeah, this guy's a dummy. Get rid of his channel. This guy doesn't have any followers. Get rid of his channel. They've gone through this thing where they've purged before, and they'll do it again. But anyway, let me get back to your statement here, Tempo. There is a political alignment for sure, and damn, we see it all day, every day. I mean, it's just so bad. It's gotten so bad over the years, man. Um, and now, like, they have this anti-gay law. When you hear someone refer to it as an anti-gay law, you know what side of the aisle they land on. Um, if you see somebody wearing a mask, you know what aisle they stand on. Let me tell you this interesting story. Yesterday, I'm driving home in the work van downtown Richmond because we kind of like came to a point where we needed to avoid the highways, right? So get in the Third Street downtown. Kind of like cuts right through to where we need to be. So a woman, uh, an older woman, probably 40s, 50s, maybe. I mean, in front of me is my woman's and our children's in her car. This lady out of nowhere cuts me off so hard, y'all. I have to slam on my brakes. So, like, She doesn't clip me. I'm just like, holy cow, that was crazy. So I'm thinking about it for a second, and I just look down and like she's in a nice SUV, an Audi SUV. And I'm like, wow, that's really crazy. So I listen, I just bam, I hit the horn. Bam. Well, this lady, she puts her hand out the window and flicks me off. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care, you know? Next thing I know, there's a horn, just she's blaring on her horn. I mean, uh, just blaring, just slammed on her horn, but she's not moving. So I go to move around her, and she once again is sticking her hand out the window, flicking me off the whole time I ride by, and I'm just looking at her. She's got her mask on in the vehicle. She's the only one in there. Um, she has an Audi SUV, a very nice Audi SUV. She was wearing what looked to be, some kind of African print, um, some kind of hat, whatever. She was a black woman, I think, like I said, maybe 45, 50 years old. But yeah, she was slamming her horn on because she had almost hit McKenna and the kids in front of me. And McKenna had just like stopped her car and was looking at her and was like, "What are you doing?" And she was just it was really crazy. And McKenna put her hazards on. So this lady just put on her horn and it was crazy. Like, and I'm sitting behind her, I'm like, man, is she honking like that at me? So all these cars behind me start going around, going around. Um, do you watch the Halo TV series? Man, hell was here. I have not, man. Sorry, I was telling a stupid story. I'll get over it, but I think we have a product, whether it's a woman or a man. This is what I was getting at in 2022. We have a lot of grown people walking around here like they're the most important people out here, that there's nobody else out here. There's a lot of entitlement. You can smell it in the air in 2022. A lot of entitlement, man. And you know what I say to that? Sit on it and twirl. That's all I say. All right, so let me get to Elvis here. Hello, brother. Good morning. It's good to see you, my friend. Do you watch the Halo TV series? So I have not, man, but man, I hear a lot of bad stuff. Can you tell us? Is it good, brother? Um, let me know. Let us know, man. Um, oh no, no, you're all good, my friend. No, yeah, let us know, man. I want to know is the Halo TV. What I've heard about it is it's not good, and I don't really know why. Um, I guess a lot of people are saying it's woke. I, oh yeah, Jeremy at the Courting, I think, has done some stuff on it. Have y'all seen the Courting? Jeremy's like, man, he goes hard, dude. Like 5, 6 videos a day or something. By the way, have you seen the MMA Guru? Like, I think this dude lives on stream. Pretty sure, and it's kind of amazing. Um, but I've really been liking the MMA Guru lately, man. Um, he's pretty cool. I have not seen the Halo TV series though, my friend. Uh, I have not. I don't know if it's good or bad. Um, I did just hear though that I think they're doing another season to Attack on Titan, right? I think that's a very popular show on Netflix, man. Let's see. Let's see what my man says. Not as bad as people are making out to be. I'm feeling like these people kind of strive on hating some stuff just for the sake, man. Probably true. Not woke at all. It just doesn't follow canon and other games, and people hate that. Man, thank you for that clarification, dude. Because yeah, I was kind of thinking to myself, like, how did like Gears of War and stuff, like how did Halo go woke, right? Gears of War did go woke, bro. That's what happened. But they all did. Um, was their last game. But yeah, that's very interesting to know. That's why people are so upset, man. Yeah, you can't mess with canon, dude. Like they're about to mess with Predator so hard, releasing Prey to Hulu, I believe, right? Oh god, they're just messing with the Predator lore so hard. The canon, they're just like, nah, we're gonna do what we want. And I think most people are saying it's because whatever studio it is that's making it has said that they will give Disney like 10 films a year, in this capacity. So, Kind of same. It's the same vein, has a lot of sci-fi decent. Man, I'm actually gonna check it out then, dude. Like the last thing I want to see is more, and I don't even want to call it woke, but look, I don't want to be preached at, man. I don't want to be told what to do, how to feel, how to react. And I think that's a personal decision. And I think people should come to their own conclusions. And with a lot of the stuff out here today, especially in legacy media, um, even in these YouTube channels, like guys like Phil DeFranco, man, listen, it's all about the verbiage. It's all about how people use, their verbiage. And I think for me, God, it's just, I guess I'm just so over it, man. I don't need someone telling me like I don't need someone to be my moral arbiter. Tell me what's wrong and right. And I think there's just so much of that going on in 2022. But I really do. Yeah, Halo, why not? Why not? Might as well check this. I mean, I know you'd like Stargate. I do. Yes, yes. I love Stargate. It was well written show, but it was B stuff, and a lot of the time, I think you can agree, a bit cheesy. But I love it. Yeah, man. I feel that way about Jean Claude Van Damme's Time Cop. Right? That movie's kind of cheesy, but it's so fun. Dare I say, Roadhouse is cheesy? Let me think about this. I don't think it's cheesy. I just think it's so, man, so over the top. Right? It's so the movie. Like I was talking about this earlier. Hell was here. I didn't finish this, but we just got it in yesterday. I popped it in to the HD DVD player and HD Blu-ray player. Man, it looked gorgeous. No grain. And that movie's just full, chock full of great one-liners, man. And I cannot wait to sit down and watch the whole. I think there's a lot of wokeness these days, and people kind of expect it from everything, and are ready to attack without giving it a chance. God, darn, so right, my friend. So right. Yeah, I think guys like Youthman, honestly, I see Youthman. At least this is my interpretation. I like Youthman will smile and shake his head and stuff, and I feel like that's him disagreeing sometimes, but he doesn't even ever really disagree, man. That dude is so humble, and he lets people have their opinion, man. And I think that's great. I think there's, some creators out here that, uh, like, 'cause they want you to follow some kind of narrative, man. They want you to be like, hey, if you're in this community, you got to be some kind of way. That's why I gravitate to Youth Man. That's why I gravitate to Brian and Whisper Status. Like he's open arms, man. Just ready to welcome people. One thing he's big about those negativities, like, hey, no negativity. And I don't think I've ever really seen it from his channel and his chats, man. I don't really see it. And if somebody does pop up some dumb stuff in the chat, he just straight up ignores it. But again, I haven't seen any of that. But every time I catch the Whisper Status live, man, it's awesome. So yeah, but I need to check out Halo, buddy. I need to check out Halo. And you're right, like Stargate that was a little cheesy though. But that sometimes that's really enjoyable, man. Like Critters. Do you remember Critters, man? Have you ever seen Critters 1 or 2? Like these little things that came down from outer space and they're just gonna eat and kill everybody. Cheesy as hell, but awesome. Critters is awesome movie. We are just catching up with the past. Women had a hard time the past 5 decades. The problem is that instead of making new characters, they are focusing them into existing ones. They are forcing them, excuse me, they are forcing them. Um, yeah, man. And honestly, I don't know why, right? Because I grew up watching characters like Ellen Ripley, man. I always say this. Alien is just one of my favorite movies of all time. Um, and in Aliens, you see exactly how tough Ripley is, man. Um, and of course, Alien 3, which I love, not enough people love, but dude, Sarah Connor, like the Terminator, I just it feels like that there's always been strong females in film. But why are we not giving these women credit, Um, it's kind of crazy, to act like that these characters that they haven't existed. But here's what really gets me, man, because I'm an MMA fan. I'm a huge MMA fan, and um what is it? The Black Widow, right? Scarlett Johansson. I really like that character. Probably more the way she plays it. But I gotta be honest. When I'm watching a scene where maybe a 125-pound female is just literally dog walking 6, 7 guys. Not only is that not possible for a dude, but it's really not possible for a lady. So I gravitate more toward movies like They Live. Just watched it recently. That fight scene to me, okay, while it kind of goes outside of realism because it's so brutal. Um, you know, it weight is huge, man. And I think when we put characters in these, I don't know, it's just a pet peeve of mine. You know, I weigh I don't weigh 200 pounds. I'll tell you that. I probably weigh 164, 165 pounds right now. I haven't worked out in probably a couple of years now. I should be around 170, maybe 175, 5'9" and a half. It would be very foolish for me to climb in the ring or to get in a fight with a guy out here on the street that's 200 plus pounds. Doesn't make sense. 5, 6 of them. That doesn't make any sense either. So I like more realistic combat in my movies. I watch MMA very casually, so I'm not knowledgeable on it. Man, I'll be honest, I wouldn't pay for UFC pay per view right now. I think it's freaking ridiculous, man. So I want to see this fight card so bad coming up Saturday night, but I don't want to pay that money. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, man. Gutting the fans, and the fans are what put the UFC where they are, and they just keep taking from us. It's terrible. They just keep taking from us, lad. Um, but MMA, man, MMA is very fun. I competed in MMA. If you guys want to see me get beat up, dude, you can actually watch a video on YouTube called Joe Woody versus Scott Cox. I think it's Scott Cox versus Joe Woody. I don't even remember the name of the event or the year. It might have been 2010. I don't know, man. Might have been 2009, but yeah, you can see me get knocked out there. That was a difficult time in my life, man. I just lost my father, and as opposed to training, I'd rather turn up a bottle, you know, turn up a bottle, pick up the TV remote, the Xbox remote, the at the time it was PlayStation, man, and just man, I had no direction, and I was so angry, and I just wanted to fight. I just wanted to hurt somebody and not go to jail for it. Right? That was my third amateur fight, and yeah, didn't go so well for me. But anyway, I love MMA, man. Love MMA movies, especially action movies, are a fantasy most of the time. Yes, yes. I mean, take for example John Wick movies. He would die in every scene. Yes, I agree. But I'll counter that with Die Hard. Like those are the movies I really like. I think Die Hard is so believable. Like the dude runs through a bunch of glass and his feet are all cut up, right? John Wick, though, yeah, dude. You're so right. You're so right, my friend. Thank you for bringing that perspective back to the surface, right? Same goes for female action movies. Have you seen Atomic Blonde? I have not. It has a realistic fight scene. That's interesting because now I want to see it. I stayed away from Atomic Blonde because I just felt like it'd be the same old Hollywood mess. It's like they're really trying to force stuff on us, like the Ghostbusters 2016 movie that nobody asked for, nobody wanted to see. It's just Hollywood right there. Man, okay. Wait a minute. Atomic Blonde, that's man. Her name. Charlize Theron, yeah. That's Atomic Blonde, I think. I need to look into that, dude. I tend to agree with you. Hell was here, so uh oh yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I tend to agree with you, so I might have to check out Atomic Blonde, bro. Like you have a good eye about you. Yeah, it was a tough time, man. Honestly, when you lose somebody, and again, this was so long ago. Brian said something last night on stream that, um, yeah, there's been a lot of loss the last couple few years, man. A lot of loss for me personally and for the world. Um, and when I say loss, I mean death, and not COVID. You know, some COVID. but drugs, alcohol, overdoses, um, just yeah. So when I lost my father way back then, yeah, it was a very difficult time, man. But honestly, I think death is a part of life. And my father, this wonderful man right here, he used to tell me all the time before he died, he said, "Psh, world don't owe me nothing. I had a good life, man. Did what I needed to do. I'm ready. Let the good Lord take me whenever he sees fit." Dad would say it all the time. Okay. It's probably on the female action movie I like. Probably the only female action movie I like. It's solid, man. That's a good endorsement. But hey, man, the Alien movies, dude. Terminator One, um, obviously Terminator Two, Linda Hamilton. Um, what are some other great female characters that are in my collection over here, man? I don't know if it's gonna count, but Monsters versus Aliens. I really like that character there. I think she's voiced by Reese Witherspoon. Um, oh, Red Sonja, dude, and Conan. I mean, come on, y'all. Like, dude, there's so many really good ones to choose from. Well, I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel it. We were on the same page in terms of taste. We might be a little off in some things, but for the most part, yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. And by the way, I'm gonna say this today. I love the handle, dude. Uh, Leia in Star Wars. That's right, dude. How could I forget Princess Leia, bro? Holy cow! Again, yeah, dude. So right, so right. Um, that's oh my god, it's one of my favorite movies ever, dude. Clarice, Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, I bought that one on 4K, knowing that it probably wouldn't be a great transfer, but it's Silence of the Lambs, man, and it was on sale. Um, Scully and the X Files. You just reminded me. Laura Croft. Yes, sir, dude. The new Tomb Raider or the newest Tomb Raider. I might get killed for this, man, but I love that movie so much more than Angelina Jolie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think the new Tomb Raider was awesome. That's all I can say, man. I love that lady playing Laura Croft. Don't know who it is, but she's awesome. And that film was awesome, man. God, that's been one of my favorite films the last few years. That and believe it or not, Power Rangers, man. Power Rangers was a great film. I thought, like, I don't think it got enough love. 2016 Power Rangers, I think 2016 might have been 17, whatever. Um, that thing doesn't get enough love. Tempo, my guy. Joe, I know you're not a fan of Turner and Dark Fate. Well, I'm not. Yes, you're right. What did you think of the soundtrack? So, I movies that I don't purchase on physical media, I watch through Vudu, right? And I'll either rent or buy from Vudu. And I got to be honest with you, Vudu's compressing; they all compress. But man, I don't really have a problem with Vudu. I do. I think Vudu's quality is really good. The one problem that I will have with Vudu, and this hasn't happened in forever, but it would be something like there's multiple devices on it. If I'm trying to stream a 4K, like somebody's playing, the console, somebody's watching Netflix, somebody's on their phone, and then you're playing um, the UHD. That's kind of been choked up a couple of times, but other than that, the video quality. I don't know if you guys have seen a movie called Underwater. I don't know what the character's name in there, but that's another amazing female character. I love Underwater so much. The end gets a little whack, but bro, the whole way up to the end of that movie is awesome. Um, damn, what's that character's name? But I really want that movie on 4K. I believe that movie was shot in 8K. Okay, 8.5 or 10K or something silly like that, and brought down to 4K, right, in a digital intermediary. I want that movie on physical media. I bring that up because it is stellar on Vudu. So to answer your question, yeah, I thought the sound was fine on Dark Fate, but here's what I'm going to say. Our guy Chana D, he shed a huge light on this Dolby Atmos thing, and basically, if you don't have 7 bed layers and 4 heights, you're missing out anyway. I don't. I have 5 bed layers and 2 heights, 2 subs. So I've been wondering for the past year, like, what's going on here? And Shauna D, he just blew that wide open, man. And that is true. Let's see. Even recently, Games of Thrones had a bunch Like Daenerys. Yes, 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 yes. Oh God. Yeah, I get what they try to do. I'll be honest with you, man, and I haven't heard anybody say this. I think that they just pulled out of the old HBO playbook from The Sopranos, and they're like, "Well, we'll give it this kind of ending, and it'll be kind of." Um, e- I thought it was there was conclusion to it, right? But that last episode was so dark. There's a lot of mystery. You don't know what happened in a lot of instances, and it was terrible, dude. It was terrible. Terrible. Alicia Vikander, is am I saying it right? Vikander is the new tuber, and man, she is awesome. One, um, Aquadon, thank you, sir. It's good to see you again, my friend. Dude, yeah, thank you for that. I love that movie, and dude, it is. Let me tell you, video, audio, it's reference quality, man. Don't even ask. It's reference quality. Tomb Raider on 4K Blu-ray is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, dude, was that her? She was also Ex Machina for real. That movie was kind of crazy, y'all. I really respect that movie. I've seen it once. I don't know that I'm going to buy it or anything like that, but I do like that movie. Terminator, Dark Fate. That's cool. She was in that. I'm going to have to look her up and see what else she's coming in. Terminator, Dark Fate was woke for sure, but me, everything else, I would be lying if I said I didn't like it. The Arnold bits, the action, it's solid. But yeah, woke for sure. Shame. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think uh when they killed off John Connor in the very beginning of the film, like that's okay, that's sacrilege. They probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, it all didn't. It was such a stretch. Like whoever wrote that script, I feel like was just really reaching. Like this machine Terminator that has an AI that's programmed to learns what feelings are and how to become kind of human. That's why he's just hanging out in the woods waiting because he's actually learned how to love. And now that he's got a reason to fight or something, oh my God, let's make the wrongs right. Brian was doing a lot of Arnold last night, just stream. It's really funny. Um, I did like the Linda Hamilton did what she does in the Terminator movies. Like, yeah, you got to give it to her, especially at her age. I don't know who the young starlet was. Um, and even though I thought the character was just ridiculous, I thought she was really good, honestly. Um, I don't know who that is either. But yeah, Terminator Dark Fate, that was pretty tough, y'all. They really grabbed that cannon there, just threw it out the window. Yeah, so anyway, man, I have a long day ahead of me. Long day. Uh, Not only did we remove carpet and padding yesterday, and I sanded the whole downstairs, but we pulled up a lot of tack stripping and staples we didn't need to apparently because the subfloor got to come out. So I got that to do. I got this job to button up, man. I needed to thank y'all. Thank y'all for like listening to me. I feel like I've got a chance to come out here and vent a little bit, man. I really needed this. Really needed this time this morning to decompress and just, oh man, just talk. I just appreciate you guys a lot, man. And there was really good information in the beginning, guys, about LG and white point balance at 100%, which you need to make sure that's full patch, 126 nits, full bright. Okay. Not 100% white. Well, it is 100% white, but you're looking for full white. In SDR, it's 126 nits. So once you balance that, okay, everything else will fall in place. Also, don't forget these are awesome. Yeah, this is a great example right here. Why you don't need 4K for animated films. This is not available in 4K to my knowledge, but you don't need it. There's no how to Train Your Dragon. There's no difference in the Blu-rays and the 4Ks. By the Blu-rays. All right, guys. It's been awesome, man. I appreciate y'all. I gotta go do the work thing now, man. Yeah. Thank y'all, dude. if you have any questions or comments, or y'all want to say anything about this stream, man, just go ahead and put that stuff down below. Good, bad, or different. We don't mind around here. YouTube took down a video. You can sit on it and twirl. They're not going to give it back to me, but whatever. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. As always, thank you for listening. Be good. Be safe. Boom. Boom.